Hi Property Focus, my name is Mwaniki. Welcome to Wild by Lara. So what I wanted people to feel once they came here is the feeling of being in an oasis, because this place is very semi-arid and we had to put in a lot of work to plant trees and bushes and pretty much all the vegetation that you're seeing around here to just bring this place back to life. This place was completely bare when I got it, and all this has come up just, through sheer hard work. So some of the trees that we have here, I don't know if we can call this a tree. This is more like a bush. It's called Japonica. It's very resilient. This one, I was told the name and I keep forgetting it, and it's a medicinal tree, and it's one of those native trees that are here, but it's evergreen. This one never goes dry. And then, as usual, we have our succulents here. We have this cactus, and then we have the acacias. So if you follow me, I usually flex a bit here and there with the sunsets and the sunrises, but as you can see, the weather today is a bit different. But let me show you to the house. Welcome. Now, welcome to my deck. My deck is made up of two types of wood. The steps are made up of mahogany wood. On top of this balcony, this is cypress, and it's been here for the past 6 years, and it's aging quite gracefully. So, yeah. So before we go in, let me tell you the story about the door. So I got this door at a thrift. The wooden part was what I got at the thrift, and then now we encased it in steel, and then we gave it that whole grunge look with the metallic studs here. Yeah, and it works really well, and at least I can see through and I can see out of the house. So welcome. So welcome to the living room. It's tiny but functional, and one of the things we actually did to just open up the space was give it very large windows. The reason why was we wanted the outside to meet us in, and when I'm inside the house, I want to see outside. Like you can see, you can get to see the vegetation and stuff. This wood, we got it from a demolished church, so it's almost 80 to 100 years old. So this we repurposed from a demolished church. And the cladding you're seeing here, this cladding and the floor, I also got it from a demolished house. I'm not so sure how old this is, but it's quite high quality flooring. The other thing is, we also used it on the ceiling. So we just clad the entire house with flooring. So we just got creative. Some of the pieces I got from my mom were this console I have here. We actually grew up with this. She got it from her mom, my grandma. So it's almost like 80 years old right now. So I've managed to keep it as it is. There's even some Kidogo stickers here. This was my section, and then this was my sister's section. So each one of us had their own section. So we have a bit of history here going on. Now it's my daughter's section. She's just put everything, her toys and whatever in there. She's just marking her territory. Movie nights here are pretty simple. My go-to are very simple shows. I watch Friends. I know it by heart. I know every word that they usually say. I know every joke, and I laugh to every joke, and I'll narrate it as they're saying it. I've been watching this show for like 30 plus years. Then another one is Fisk and sci-fi. Yeah, and those are the three. And then now the rest is my daughter's shows. So believe it or not, even the kitchen was a thrift. I got it from a YouTube channel, cooking channel called Pika Chakula. And they were moving and they wanted to sell the entire setup. And they were not going to sell it piece by piece. So I was called and I was told, can you come and check it out? I went and checked it out, and we did our measurements. It just came and fit in without much adjustment. We got the island, everything was inbuilt cooker. is it cooker? Cooktop, sink, hot and cold. We have inbuilt microwave, oven, and you know those fridges where you don't know where it is? Yeah, an inbuilt fridge. All right, so the other section about this house is, I call it the bay window. This was inspired by Friends. So if you watched Friends and you know Monica and Phoebe's house, they had this window and it was this big and it was this slanted, and I had sworn that the day I build, I want something like that. And ta-da! It's usually quite, it's my place to just come and chill. This is now where I'll probably just come in and just take my iPad and come and probably read. Yeah, or just get some work done. Or sometimes just chill and just look outside. There's a nice view of the mountain here. When the wind is blowing, just get to see everything this way. And when it's raining also, it's quite a treat. All right, now let me lead you into the downstairs washroom. So I'm not a fan of direct light. My floor is your typical Mazeras, and then we have stained it black with a stain, a stone stain, and then we covered it with epoxy. So on the walls, you'll get to see the same mahogany that I got from the demolished church. In the washroom, the mesh back tiles, the reason why we use the ones with the mesh is because this house is flexible. So when it's hot, it expands. When it's cold, it contracts. So we needed tiles that could just move with the house. So here I have a his and hers walk-in closet. This is my section, and then this is my daughter's section. So not that type of his and hers. So from the walk-in closet, we now come into the main bedroom. This is my workstation. This is where originally the container ended. Oh yeah, this is also a container house. So this is exactly where the container ended. And then so that I could have a really nice work area with the glass around me, I figured we just open this up. And now we have this extension. It's a 4-foot section that gives me my work area. I have a nice nook here. Mostly my daughter is the one who uses it, but I also read from here. And then now, my bed. Welcome back. And this is now the loft area of the house. This is the upstairs. It has 360 views of the vista around. There's the mountain to your back. There's Soisambu Ranch to that side, the left. And then if you look closely, you can see the lake from end to end. So the floor on this level is terrazzo, and this lip you're seeing right here was as a result of, well, bad workmanship, such that now, as you can see, it's raining. The water does come this way, and we had to more or less just like create a barrier to direct it to just go elsewhere and not come into the house. So it was an afterthought and one of those mitigations that we had to do after the fact. This part of the house is what we call the loft. It's a studio sort of space. We have a tiny living room with all the amenities that you may need, entertainment, TV, and then we have a lounge. This is where I escape to because it doesn't have a lot of distractions like downstairs does. So this is where I also read. That's why I have some of my books there. And to that side, we have now the bed area where now this is where I host my friends and family once they come. And then now we have a full bathroom here with shower, toilet. So would I Airbnb this place? No. Why? I love this place. I'm really attached, especially to this space, because this is supposed to be my daughter's bedroom, and I protect it with everything that I have, and that's why I would not Airbnb it. Yeah. There's something I call like building, is it personalities? Yeah. You're either a builder or a buyer. Yeah. And most times you'll find couples are either the guy is a builder, the lady is a buyer. And once now those two meet, they clash. And especially if you're not on the same table when you want to actually build something, it will be a source of conflict. So you better know who's the builder and who's the buyer. How that can work well is let the builder build. Then when the builder has finished building, let the buyer come in and now furnish and do all those other things. Yes, because that's where they find their joy. Yeah. The other thing would be get your finances in order, because you may think you are millionaires because of your bank balance, but you do not know how close to poverty you are once you start building, because the money just drains. It's like you've just flushed it. Yeah, this is a money pit. So if you don't have your finances proper, because I mean, if it's a couple, they probably have kids. Yeah. So get your school fees right, get your car payments sorted before you take on such a big project like this. And people think having your own home gives you freedom, and to some extent it does. There's two truths in that. You do get freedom, but you're tied into this thing. Like, I wake up and I'm thinking about landscaping, I'm thinking about plumbing, I'm thinking about all those things that I never thought about while living in an apartment. I have to think about security, I have to think about who's maintaining my compound, I have to think about water, I have to think about power. Like, it now just consumes you. Where you never thought about certain things while living in an apartment, now those are the things that you think about here constantly. Work never stops when you have your own home. People think off-grid living is cheap. Just because of off-grid living, you think because you're set apart from everything else that things will be cheap. No, this is the most expensive lifestyle you could ever think of. You're better off buying land near a town or a city. I get it, it's expensive, but you'd rather face that expense than come this way. So off-grid living requires you to be very organized. Finances, you need a car, you need to find people like security or whatever, landscapers and whatever. Like, it's just an expensive lifestyle. That has been my biggest lesson. Like, this is not a cheap lifestyle. And that's why I decided to bring in a business to finance it. Yeah.
So Mwaniki, are you making money from this? Is it better than photography?
In terms of revenue right now, the business is growing. However, it's promising in the sense that I just need to focus on it, give it its due attention. It has the potential to do better than photography, what I'm doing right now. Given its time, given its attention, it will do better. It will do great. In February, up until now, we've gotten quite a lot of sales. In terms of revenue, this place is making enough money to actually convince me to leave my photography main gig, yes. And I'm not complaining, but photography has enabled all this. It's enabled this business to actually exist. But for this business to actually grow to where it is that I want it to grow, because this is a legacy business.
Tell us about where it began. Like, how did it start? Piece of land?
I was doing random drives and I was looking for land. That was around 2015, 2016. And how I stumbled upon this property, this was just by chance, because I had given up. I had come from Nyahururu. I had gone to look for land around a certain lake called Lake Bolosat. I had been there a few years before, but I went there and got a bit underwhelmed because it's a sunken lake and it has hippos also. And also the property now around there is just farm, and I had a lot of neighbors. There would be a lot of neighbors. I also needed privacy. So on my way back, I was like, okay, fine. So now what do I do with this cash? I don't want to waste it. Some ideas had come, buy another car. So I thought, no. So on my way back, I stopped at Gilgil. When I stopped at Gilgil, as I was waiting for my chicken order, I just went on Google. And you know, when Google opens, it shows you now the whole map where you are. And I saw there was Lake Nakuru, a certain pond, and then Lake Naivasha. So I was like, wait, what's this? So I zoomed in, I'm like, wait, there's Lake Elementite around here. Okay, but we go check it out. So I saw there were hot springs. I was like, okay, we go after this. So I took my order, drove down. I am not even familiar with this place to begin with. Drove down, went to the hot springs, dipped my feet, I was fascinated, blah, 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 got boring. Then on my way back, I was like, okay, fine. I like, what's that mountain? Now this, the Sleeping Warrior. I'm like, I'd like to actually get close to it. So I drove. The road then was really bad. So I drove. I got to a point where the car could not go, and I got off and decided to walk. And by chance, I found guys beaconing this exact piece of land that the house is on. And I was like, you guys are selling? Yes. Who's selling exactly? I was given a card. And I sat here for a while and I thought, the criteria I was looking for buying a piece of property, and this was because I wanted a place where I could pour my grief and love, and having lost my mom the previous year, I needed a place to just pour everything. And I needed something with a distinct feature, either a mountain or a water body. Here, I have both. Right there and then I put in a deposit without even doing due diligence. I was like, you know what, I won't take a chance. So I'm putting in a deposit to lock in that I want this particular piece of land. And then now I'll come to your offices and we can now do the other things. They're like, cool. And that's how I got this place. So this was the day I made my final payment. The photo is not clear because I think we took it with a bad phone, but this was me on this particular piece of land when I finished paying for it, and I was given now, was it the sale agreement or whatever? So I was very proud of myself. This was my first purchase, grown-up purchase. This was how the property was. So all this has come after. In 2020, that was when I began now building the place. So there was a 4-year break in between. But within those 4 years, I used to visit here every so often. So I knew how I wanted the house to be oriented because I was here long enough to know that this was a path for wind, strong wind. So how the house is actually placed, it's supposed to shear off to split the wind into two. So it's like this. So when the gust comes in, it creates a nice calm buffer zone here. Yeah. So this was when we were putting now the pillar foundations for the house. This is now what the two containers now sit on. Till 2020, this was when now slide number 5, when we put in the containers, things got real. I'm like, yo, okay, now this is actually a house. So I'd come every so often, just walk through, and I'm like, so now will this place ever become habitable? Because it was just mabati. The key had mabati, no windows. It's just once in a while you'll get also, what are they called? Baboons inside the house. Yeah. Slide number 6. This is when now I'd drive away from the house and I'd feel it's just like a little black dot, and then it's been left in the middle of nowhere. And there's the vista of the Sleeping Warrior in the back. Each time I used to drive away, I felt sad for this house because it felt like I just left it alone. Well, I kind of did, but yeah, every so often I'd just visit and yeah. So slide number 7. Oh, my car. I have had this car for 11 years. It's taken me through heartbreaks, breakups, everything. I have slept in it when I was homeless for 2 years. And now here, it's carrying the actual foundations for now the balcony area. It's done everything. It's been my capro box. It's bebared water from the adjacent farm to mix concrete here. We've been through a lot. That's why I still have it. It's very sentimental. I've been asked enough times, Mwaniki, you have enough money to buy another car? I'm like, yes, I choose not to. So there's sentimental value. The slide number 8 is when now we started putting up the loft. Yeah, so this mabati that we got here, the one that we cut off from these 2 containers, is now what we repurposed to build the loft upstairs. And slide number 9 is when it's complete. Well, not complete, but now when we put in all the mabati. What you're seeing here, this has come from a lot of trial and error. We built, demolished, and the thing about trial and error is you keep learning, you learn from your lessons, and this has been one of the things that we learn. It's easier to go with an architect, you'll make less mistakes, but if you decide to become a self-builder, you'll have to go through making a lot of mistakes and learning on the job, but it's what has connected me to this house. That's why this house means so much to me. Yeah, that's why I cannot Airbnb it. Yeah. Slide number 16 was when I got one of my pastor friends to come and see the place and pray over it. After this, things changed. There's power in prayer. Yeah. So a lot of things changed here. I got more clarity, focus, and things just opened up.
As the sun sets behind the rolling hills, I observe quietly at the edge of the property of what Mwaniki, the curious builder, once only dreamed of. From 2 humble shipping containers, he has shaped not just a house, but a sanctuary of hope. Today the air carries laughter from the new restaurant he's poured out his heart into, and gentle whispers from the cozy A-frame cabins he's built for strangers to find rest. Every beam, every brushstroke, every nail tells a story of patience and courage. Mwaniki never rushed. Through storms and stumbles, he let determination be his compass and turned his passion into a living, breathing legacy. We celebrate this young man's spirit, for it is the courage to start small and the patience to keep going that brings true joy, a lesson Mwaniki teaches us as he now offers the world a home.
Thank you so much, Property Focus, for visiting Wild by Lera. Next time, plan to come and spend at the cabins. Kwaheri.
Remember, greatness doesn't come in a rush. It grows one day after another, just like his dream. From Property Focus, this is PJ Ngigi. Thank you for being part of this inspiring journey. Let's keep building one day at a time.